Hey, this is Marshall with Slab Donk Jigs. Today we're going to tie a 1/16 ounce freestyle hand tie for crappies, and we're going to do a Wonder Bread pattern. Wonder Bread is one of the most famous patterns in all crappie fishing. So as usual, we're going to wrap our thread down and back up, tighten everything up. And I'm going to do all marabou here. So I'm actually going to start with a blue marabou towards the top of the hook. Alright, so I'm going to cut some of that. I'll cut it long so I can trim everything, especially when I'm doing 3 colors like this. So wrap it around that hook to get that blue more on the top of the hook. As always, wrap down, then back up and tighten everything up around that head of that jig. Alright, now I'll move on to the pink marabou. Add a pretty thin layer. This is the middle layer. I just want a little bit of contrast here. Alright, so I'm cutting that, and I'm going to stack that right on top of the last layer. Same again, wrap down, make sure to wrap it tight all the way up, cover up any of the loose ends up towards the top of the jig, and lastly I'm going to use some of this white marabou. And thin to moderate layer again stacked on top of the pink. I'm going to wrap it down and all the way back up. I'm not going to add any crystal flash to this jig because it's got a lot of different colors already. I'm going to trim all these up, get them uniform, about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch longer than the hook. And now I'm going to add some blue-white New Age chenille, kind of complete this Wonder Bread look. Alright, I'm going to start at the top and wrap it down. As always, get that first layer in real tight and wrap it back up. Then I'll hand spin this, get the body exactly how I like it. Alright, keep working that body to get it exactly where I want it. And then, as usual, I'll do a couple wraps behind the tag end and a couple in front of the tag end. Trim that. And then I will do a 5-spin whip finish again. I clearly need to tighten my vise down, which I'll do right after this video. Okay, tighten everything up. Make sure it's where I want it. Threads in between the chenille and the jig, well hidden. Trim that thread. Then I'm going to add some 3D lizard eyes in a pink. Even though this jig has powder painted eyes, I like to add those 3D eyes. I just feel like it gives a little pop. Alright, I'm putting one on the one side. Alright, I'm going to press this on so it adheres good. I'm going to grab one and put it on the other side. Alright, again, press that in, make sure it adheres. Take this jig out and we'll take a look at it. The blue doesn't show up all that great on that bottom marabou or the pink. They're kind of hard to see, but it's definitely there. So we're stacked with an aqua blue, a pink, and a white. Thanks for watching.